My name is Tom Boardman and I create kinetic sculptures. Most of my sculptures are spring wound, but I do make some that operate by descending weights and electricity. I've been working with wood since my teenage years, and I began working in kinetic sculptures about 10 years ago, right after I dabbled with wood clocks. Although my clocks didn't keep the very best time, I learned a lot about clock mechanisms, which I've incorporated into my sculptures. Depending on the sculpture, they'll run anywhere from 8 to 30 hours on a full winding from just a little spring. I've always been intrigued by mechanical devices. As a kid, I was into Legos and erector sets, and I was always taking apart my toys just to see how they worked. That mechanical obsession, or I guess maybe a disorder, led me to become an engineer. A lot of trial and error goes into a sculpture. I iterate through numerous computer animations of a sculpture concept before deciding on what to build. I'm looking for movement that's not too fast or slow, and of course produces some interesting patterns. Sometimes I come up with designs that are just really hard to decide between, and that's when the help of family and friends comes in. Precision and balance are critical with the sculptures. If the sculpture's balance is off by more than the weight of a penny, it's not going to run properly. Yeah, developing a new sculpture can get frustrating sometimes, especially if I'm creating a new spring mechanism. You just have to be persistent and keep optimistic. When I hit a dead end for an idea, I have to remind myself that I didn't fail, I just successfully persevered through another attempt. I do a few art shows each year where the art there is humbling. I mean, there's some beautiful paintings, photography, glass, ceramics. But the thing that always strikes me is the people's reactions when they spot my sculptures. People are really attracted to motion. Common questions I get are, what are these and how do they run? The sculptures start a fun conversation. And I always enjoy hearing about the reactions my clients get from their guests. I like to visit antique shops, and in particular, I love music boxes. I'm amazed by the craftsmanship in the wood exterior and precision of the music mechanism inside. I'm fascinated also that some of these music boxes are decades old and still operate like the day they were made. That's the kind of appreciation I hope people will have for my kinetic sculptures years from now. If people are entertained by something that melds physics with form and function like what I hope my sculptures do, I couldn't ask for more.